Another very busy day down at the Dakota Dome. Day 2 of the state football championship started with a rematch about a decade in the making. Zach Borg live from Vermillion to continue our coverage here tonight. Hello, Zach.
Hello, Brian. Back on November 13, 2014, the Howard Tigers and Woolsey-Wessington Warbirds met up here in the Dakota Dome. Howard looking to finish off a perfect season, and they did, winning the state title 32-20. Now, about a decade later, there's been some upgrades. The wood bleachers are gone, and they've put in some new turf, but the two teams met up again here in the Dakota Dome for the 9A state football championship, and games were kind of similar, actually, even a decade apart, with Howard looking to finish off an unbeaten season once again. And just like in 2014, the Warbirds did not make it easy. They took the lead first in this game and were within one score several times in the second half, thanks in part to this Moshe Richmond electrifying 92-yard touchdown run. Yet just as they did 10 years ago, the Howard Tigers wore the Warbirds down, going on to win their 5th state championship 38-30. Now, many of these seniors were just little kids in the stands 10 years ago, and they take continuing the Tiger tradition personally, one that they're now a permanent part of with this championship.
Culture that has been set by past players, coaches, working in the weight room, working in practice. No one's going to outwork us, and that's what we do. And, we know that if we have the ball in the fourth quarter, we don't think anyone can stop us. So it's more of a mentality than anything.
It's kind of a mix of this group. We could do a lot of things, which makes you a better coach. I can guarantee you that.
The 11B championship game, the first 11-man championship game of the weekend, featured a couple of 11-0 teams, but they are very different state championship experience, if you will, at this stage. The Winter Warriors, they're certainly no strangers to this stage. They've won 9 state championships, and they've been to the Dome in 5 of their last 6 years. Their opponent today, though, Sioux Valley, they haven't been to the Dome since 1988. In fact, that was the only championship they've won. As you can tell, we have some rowdy Pier fans above us, and this was a great game. That was their only appearance, as I mentioned. They certainly played like a team worthy of winning a championship, trailing 14-6 at the break when Donovan Rose busted free in the third quarter for his second touchdown run. It was a 55-yarder, and after they made a 2-point conversion, the game was tied up at 14. However, after a Sioux Valley fumble, Winter went ahead for good on a short touchdown run in the fourth quarter and made 2 stops late to preserve the 20-14 victory. It is their 10th state title in program history, and it holds a little extra meaning since they have dedicated it to the late Harvey Nas, who was dubbed the father of Winter football after coaching the team for 17 seasons and leading them to the first state titles in their history in 1981, 87, and 89. The team's motto all year was 10 for number 60, which was the number Nas wore when he played here in Vermillion for USD and later for the University of Nebraska.
Yeah, he started everything, and just having him passing, and we put our quote of the year was 10 for 60.
He might have retired from coaching football 30 plus years ago. He took care of the football field until the day he died. The kids know Harvey like they know their own grandpa. He's at practice every day, watching practice. He's around all the time, and that's kind of a special thing to win that nice round number 10 for Harvey.
And of course, we have one more state championship game coming up at the top of the hour. It's the 11AA championship between the Watertown Arrows and the Pier Governors. Speaking of no strangers to the Dakota Dome, Pier, by the way, they started the year 2-4, yet they are back in the Dome. If they win tonight, it will be their 8th consecutive state title. But the Watertown Arrows have been good all season long. They are seeking their first title since 2001. They beat the Governors earlier this year, so it should be a great title. We'll have plenty of highlights tonight at 10. Live at the Dakota Dome, Zach Borg, Dakota News Now.